Greetings, this is Wanda and this is Diaspora Connect. Thank you for tuning in. I am on the continent of Africa, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Been here for a little over 2 years, so all is well. I just wanted to do a video today, and I wanted to discuss dating in Tanzania. This information is for men and women. I'm going to give like both perspectives from my experience and what I've noticed since I've been here in the dating arena. So if you are single and you are looking to meet and mingle and meet someone, I'm going to give a couple of pointers and things I've noticed in terms of like the men and the women and the relationship dynamic, especially for those who are in the West wanting to come, whether you are a woman or a man wanting to come to meet and mingle, date here in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. So let us get started. Okay, so first things first, I am going to explain to you what you should expect if you are a single person and you are coming to live or visit or are interested in meeting a local Tanzanian here, and you're from another country, specifically from the West somewhere. I want to give you a couple pointers and some things that I have noticed since being here. I am a single person, and I have met different and mingled with different brothers and sisters and met different people. Have not met anyone seriously yet, still available, but if you are interested in coming here to, look for a husband or a wife, etc., then some of these pointers may be helpful to you. So I wrote a few notes down on my iPad, so I'm going to kind of glance over every few minutes to look at my notes. So dating in Tanzania, information for men and women. So what to expect. So I'm going to start with women. Women, if you are single and you're interested in dating a local brother here, they are very traditional, and they are very helpful, very kind, very mild-mannered personalities, are laid back, mild-mannered. Majority of the personalities. Of course, you have some that go veer outside of that, but most of the personalities are very laid back and gentle, kind of quiet, very mild-mannered, very respectful. They have that old-fashioned way of acting in that they are very chivalrous. So they open doors for you. They grab your if you have bags or anything, they usually help you. They're very kind. They speak mambo. Like everywhere you go, they speak. If they see you struggling, they'll help you with a suitcase or a bag or anything like that. Sometimes if you're in the grocery store, they'll like push your cart for you, pack your bags and take it to your car. Like they are very helpful from my experience. And also if you live in a certain area, or most houses that you rent have closer to Dar. If you move outside of Dar, it's probably a little different, but in Dar most of the places have lands or groundsmen, and they're very helpful. They can help you with anything on the property. If you need help inside the house, they'll come, they'll help fix things, or they'll call someone called a fundi or a mechanic to fix whatever you need in your house. So being a single person here in Tanzania is not a problem, whether you are single with no children, if you have children, if you're a widow, or whatever the case might be, no problem. Hamnashides, no problem. Hamnashides means no problem. They will help you, assist you. They're very helpful. If you have children and you're a single parent, they help you a lot with your children. I noticed they help a lot of the single women with their kids, and they're just very helpful all around. And also, if they are interested in you, having a child is not going to stop them from wanting to date you or even marry you, perhaps if you meet the right person. So if you are single, had not met a brother in the States and wanted to come for a visit, and you're open to meet and mingle, then Tanzania would be a good country for you. They're very it's a lot of mainly Christians and Muslims here. So if you are someone that you're in the truth like me, and you know you're not either or, but you believe in the biblical scriptures, they have some people who are waking up to the truth of that as well. So it is a good place to meet someone that is a quality person. Another thing that the women, I'm starting with the women will have to consider is the fact that this is a patriarchal society, and they do have polygyny here. So some of the men, primarily the Muslims, they can have up to 4 wives. The Christians, they usually only have 1 wife. So because they do follow like the Christianity monogamy, but you know that could change, because it's there a lot of them say that polygyny is, in which we all know it's like Africans do that. It's naturally they are polygynous. So it could change, it could vary, but most of the Christians, they do have 1 wife. So if you are the kind of person that you're a single woman and you want 1 husband, then this might be a good place for you to meet someone. It's going to be difficult because most of the men here are married, to be honest, because they get married at a young age. So it's not a lot of single men, especially if you're older. If you're younger, I would say 30 and under, it'll probably be a little easier for you. But when you're older, 30, 35 and up, it might be a little bit more challenging for you to meet someone that is not married already. So just keep that in mind, which has been my experience thus far. I've been meeting a lot of brothers, but they're all married. So I'm not really so excited about that. In interfering in somebody else's relationship, because I was raised in the West, so I'm not used to sharing a man. So yeah, that's a challenge from a lot of the women that come from the West. So, but anyway, this is for women. If you have children, if you're single, you want to meet someone, this is a good country to meet a good man that will provide for you. The men here are providers. They provide, like they pay for you, they take care of you, they pay your bills, your roof, and all that, things that they a husband should do. They do that thing, they do those things, and even do that with several women too. They can have however many women they have, they just have to be able to afford to take care of those women. So if that's something you're interested in, Tanzania may be a good country for you. From my experience, I've seen it, but I see them as providers. Even when they do have more than 1 wife, they're good providers for their wives and families and children and all that. They're hard workers, and they hustle. Like they do whatever. They make money. Whatever skills they have, they use them to make money. So please believe if you come and meet a brother here, he's going to be a hard worker. They love children. They're very family oriented. So that's another good thing for those who are single and interested as a woman, single woman with children, and that are interested in meeting a brother. Children won't stop you. I don't care how many you have. If they care for you, and if they love you, and if they like you, then they will help you, and that's not going to stop them from talking to you. So yeah, but anyway, so let me go on to the men. Those men who are single and who are looking to meet a local Tanzania. If you come here, if you want to meet, you want to mingle, you want to meet women, here are a couple of expectations for the men, is in terms of like what to expect. Here, this society is patriarchal. It's a patriarchal society, so the men kind of run everything. But also, on the same token, the men provide for their wives or their women. So they pay for them. They take care of them. They provide a roof. They are really sticklers for that. So men must provide. So if you are a foreign man and you want to come over here and you want to meet a local Tanzania woman, you must provide for her. That's just bottom line. She's not going to provide for you. She's not going to take care of you. You have to provide for her. So this society requires that. Yes, the women are mild-mannered and they have a really sweet personality, laid back. Not that they're not jealous now. I've seen I've had some local brothers tell me some of the women are a bit jealous, but you get that everywhere, So, but for the most part, they do the, wifely duties. They cook, they clean, they do all because it's a patriarchal society. and the men have a role and the women have a role, and they do stick with that role. But however, if you come from the West and you're a brother and you want to meet a woman, you have to fall in line with the patriarchal role. So you are the provider. You take care of the household and the wife and the children and all that. You're the main provider. So it's no 50-50 here like in the West, where it's like sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes the women do things and the men or whatever. But for the most part here it's patriarchal, so you provide. You're the provider. There's no half and half, no 50-50. You provide as a man. So understand that when you come here, if you want to meet a local Tanzanian woman, you have to provide for her. You have to provide her roof and take care of her, and etc. So don't expect any help. Don't expect 50-50. You may get a little help, but it's usually not. It's not 50-50. You have to provide. So, which is different from in the West. We in the West, a lot of couples do 50-50 and all that. But here it's not like that. It's there, I would say, more old-fashioned. And so it is a patriarchal society. If you don't know what that is, please look that up, brothers. It's important for you to know this. Also, as a brother, if you come here and you're interested in marrying a woman here as a foreign woman, a Tanzanian woman, if you're a foreigner and you want to marry a Tanzanian woman as a foreigner, sometimes you may have to pay a bride price, and that's a cost that her father, you'll have to pay it to her family or her father for her. So you may have to pay a bride price. It's based on the woman that you meet and her family. So bride price, that's a cost. You have to provide. You have to be a provider. So you have to have money. You have to have income to be able to take care of the women. If you meet them here, you have to take care of them. And then, so with locals, they have basic provisions. They have basic provisions that they provide for the woman, which is their standard. But you, as a foreigner, may be held to a little bit higher of a basic provision standard, because you come from a country where people think that everyone in America is rich. So you come from a country, or as a foreigner from a Western country, that you most of the time you're seen as you have more money, you're rich, whatever, and you do usually, your currency is valued higher. So you will be held to a higher standard in terms of provision. So the provision that you could provide may be more than what a local brother could afford to provide. So you would still be held to that standard of basic provision, but at a higher standard of, because of your amount of money that you bring in or that you have, or based on the country you come from. So just know that you're not going to be able to come over here, if you're a brother in the West, you're not going to be able to come over here and meet a woman and you're broke. That's not going to work here, because if that's the case, they can get a broke brother here. They can get a broke Tanzanian here, a man. So if they're going to date you or marry you, you have to provide for them. You cannot be a broke brother and don't have anything and think that you're going to be able to come over here and find a wife. It does not work that way. You have to have money. You have to be able to take care of them and provide for them. So if that's not something that you're interested in doing, then Tanzania, the women here may not be the best for you, because they're going to expect you to take care of them, provide for them, provide basic provision, etc., which is what the local Tanzanian men do here already. So just know that that is something that you need to consider if you want to be, you say you're a passport brother, or you want to come here and you want to meet a woman here, just know that you have to provide for her. So yes, because it's a patriarchal society, and there are two roles here. You have the patriarchal role and the matriarch. So you have the woman has a role and the men have a role. So you have to fit into those roles. So yes, nothing like the West. So just be prepared in your mind. Men, these are for the passport brothers, or these are for the men who want to travel and want to come here and meet women, which is, beautiful thing, because we're Africans at the end of the day. But you have to be able to provide. You have to have money. You can't be broke, come over here and think you're going to meet someone, because you're going to need money to provide for them. They're going to jump in their role. They're going to clean. They're going to cook, and all those things that you need your wife to do. But you have to also fit into the role as the patriarch. So you have to provide. You have to be a provider, basically. So which is a good thing for the women in the West who have not met anyone. And if you living in the West and you're a single woman, you have children, and you are wanting to meet someone that does not mind that you have kids, you want to meet someone that is a provider, you want to meet someone that jumps in that role of a patriarch and provides for you, this country will be a good country for you. And a lot of the African countries are really good with the patriarch. They have a patriarchal society, so it's not always 50-50. It's a lot of times the men are the sole providers, and if you want to contribute whatever, then you can, which would be helpful. But basically, it's like you're helping him. It's not like you're doing everything. You're helping him. So if that's something you'll be interested in, and if you're single, check out Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Not only Dar es Salaam, but check out the country Tanzania, and check out other African countries on the continent. There are 54 countries to pick from, and a majority of them are patriarchal, meaning they have a role that they provide for their women. They're a lot different from the men in the West. The men in the West get, some of them want like 50-50 situation. The women they do have, or whatever. They don't do that here. So yes, this is a good country to meet a husband if you're a single woman, especially from the West. And I know that the divorce rate and the single rate is really high in the West. In America, 85% are divorced or single or something like that. So if you don't want to be single and you have not met anyone in the West yet, come on to Mama Africa and you can meet you a nice African brother. Same with the brothers over in America. If you've been in the West and you have not met a woman that you have connected with, if you're single and you want to meet a woman that's on the continent, then you can come, but just keep in mind that you have to meet those qualifications. There's a standard of qualifications that these women set on the continent for you as a foreign man. You have to provide. You can't be like broke, basically. You have to have money to take care of them. Okay, not like you have to be rich, but you just have to have some kind of income to be able to provide for them. Not that, especially if you want to marry them. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video because I wanted to discuss dating in Tanzania, information for men and women, what to expect. So that's what this video was about. I have had experience with the dating men, but I also talk to a lot of locals. I have a lot of local sisters that tell me about what they expect, and I'm looking at the dynamic of the family and how things operate here. And so I wanted to share my experience and what I've noticed since being here in the dating arena, in the moving around amongst locals, and since I'm not married, I get to talk and ask questions of different brothers and couples and individuals, sisters, just ones who are not married. I get to talk a lot to them, and ones who are married as well. But the ones who aren't married, I ask a lot of questions about what they're expecting and what they're looking for, and would they date a foreign guy, or would they, just different stuff. And even with the local brothers that I talk to, they tell me certain things. And one good thing about you being a woman here is not that much of an expectation for you in terms of like besides like the cooking, the cleaning, the washing clothes and stuff like that, those domestic like duties, of course it's a must, because women do that. So it's kind of like we've been raised to do that anyway, to be honest. Most of us, when we were younger, we had to be the ones to wash the dishes, wash the clothes, clean the house. We had to do all that growing up. I know most of the sisters that I know, their moms or their family made them do a lot of the cleaning and cooking and washing clothes. So a lot of those domestic duties we know how to do. Now, if you don't know how to cook, you can learn. That's not something that you can't learn to do. You can take a cooking class. If you want to learn local dishes, you can learn it. I learned a couple without a cooking class. I just YouTubed and asked some questions. So yeah, so those things are not difficult to learn. The plus for the women in the West is the fact that if you have income, if you have a job, you can help that brother out with providing. Yes, he's going to be the main provider, because most of them are, but if you are able to assist, it's like the more that you guys can have together. So, but it's not something that you must have as a woman, because they're used to providing everything, but you just enrich the relationship, enrich the life. If you can bring something to the table, whether you have skills, or you have, income to contribute to the household or the family. If you decide to get married, that would be a plus. So yeah, I just want to do this video and share just dating in Tanzania. And this video is for single women and single men if you're interested in dating here in Tanzania, and if you are not married and you're wanting to meet and greet, then yeah. And also so that's what I have observed since I've been here, and I just wanted to share it with you. So I decided to do this video. I think this may be helpful for a lot of people. I know there are passport bros that have been coming here, meeting and mingling, and some of them may not understand like the expectation, the patriarchal society, their role, and what they must do as a patriarch, as a provider in this country for the women. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video, but thank you for tuning in. And the views on this channel are my own views, of no one else's. It's just my own views, my own opinions, and my own experiences that I share on my channel, which is Diaspora Connect. So thank you to my faithful subscribers. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. And one of my videos have been really being shared lately. It's called The Good and the Bad and the Ugly of Living in Tanzania. That has been shared by 2 different YouTube brothers so far. So I'm kind of excited because it's getting my channel exposure, and it's getting me some watch hours, which will help me to get monetized, because I'm not yet monetized, even though I have 1.8 thousand subscribers. So thank you all to my faithful subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. I want to say welcome to my channel. Hopefully this information has been helpful for you, or to you, or if you know anyone that's single, a woman or a man, a sister or a brother, if they're interested and they're single and they want to come here and they want to know what the dating scene is like, or what it is like trying to meet a spouse, husband or wife or whatever, this is some information that could be a bit helpful, just so you can have the right mindset and mind frame of what to expect when you come here and you date. So yeah, but anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thumbs up. I'll be doing another video in the next couple of days, or alive. So I'm going to keep them coming, trying to keep cranking out for you. But anyway, I have been living in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania for a little over 2 years, almost 3 years this year. So it's been a very interesting experience. I've learned a lot, very rewarding, very nice. I enjoy Tanzania. It's beautiful, and you will too if you come visit. So yeah, so anyway, I'm going to end this video, and I'll do another one soon. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and I will do another video in the next couple of days. So I want to say salama, peace, shalom, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.